Hi everyone, welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the word of the Lord. Today's reading comes from Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 2, verses 1 through 8. So just a little background, Paul is writing to a young church in Thessalonica. It's a city full of trade, culture, and many competing religions. When Paul first arrived, he and his companions faced hostility, persecution, rejection, and even suspicion. Many of them were accused of being false teachers, only looking for power or money. Let's listen. You yourselves know, brothers and sisters, that our reception among you was not without effect. Rather, after we had suffered and been insolently treated, as you know in Philippi, we drew courage through our God to speak to you the gospel of God with much struggle. Our exhortation was not from delusion or impure motives, and nor did it work through deception. But as we were judged worthy by God to be entrusted with the gospel, that is how we speak, not as trying to please men, but rather God, who judges our hearts. Nor indeed did we ever appear with flattering speech, as you know, or with a pretext for greed. God is witness. Nor did we seek praise from men, either from you or from others, although we were able to impose our weight as apostles of Christ. Rather, we were gentle among you, as a nursing mother cares for her children. With such affection for you, we were determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our very selves as well. So dearly beloved, had you come to us. So Paul reminds them we're not trying to people please, but God, who tests our hearts. He compares his leadership not to the ruler's harshness, but to a mother tenderly caring for her children. He emphasizes that he and his companions not only share the gospel, but their very lives. And it goes on in verse 11 to say, "For you know that we have dealt with each of you as a father deals with his own children, encouraging, comforting, and urging you to live lives worthy of God, who calls you into his kingdom and glory." So this is powerful in today's world. We live in a time when there are many voices competing for attention. Social media influencers, politicians, even leaders in workplaces or school. But Paul challenges to ask us, are these voices serving themselves, or are they serving God and others? For us for today, this scripture invites us to reflect in a way that we live out our faith. Do we share God's love not just in words, but in action? Do people experience kindness, patience, and genuine care when they deal with us? Paul's message reminds us that the gospel isn't just about what we say, it's about how we love. So journal prompts to go with this reading would be, where have I felt God calling me to share my faith through actions rather than words? Who in my life has shown me the gentle, selfless love that Paul describes? And then finally, how can I make sure that my motives in serving others are truly about God and not about receiving recognition? I hope this message was encouraging to you, and if you feel like a friend could use some encouragement, please feel free to share it along. And don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.